Bitcoin cold storage wallets. I'm going to go through the top 3 wallets, worst to best. If you are investing in crypto and Bitcoin, you need to keep your Bitcoin off of exchanges, off of apps. Time and time again, the exchanges get hacked, they fail, and if it's not your keys, it's not your Bitcoin. And keys mean the seed phrases to your cold storage wallet if you are new to Bitcoin. So this is very important. Before I bought a lot of Bitcoin, I sat down with all the major devices and just spent a week figuring out how to store it. Because that's the biggest thing. And one day, hey, the government might be coming looking for your Bitcoin like they came looking for gold, because they're going to be broke and people that own Bitcoin are going to be very wealthy. So let's get started. The worst of the top 3 crypto wallets for Bitcoin is Ledger. Why is it the worst of the top 3? Well, it was revealed last year that there is a backdoor into this device. So if the government sends a subpoena to the company, they have a way to indirectly access your Bitcoin and give it to the government. That is a big turnoff. It is no. There's no point in this. Some people will say, hey, I'm not a criminal. I don't need to worry about this. But you never know. The government can come looking for all this Bitcoin. They could change the laws. I've seen crazy stuff. They had gold confiscation. If you're going to do it right. The other thing I don't like about Ledger is the quality. It has a little LED screen, and on my devices that are like a year or two old, like the LED lights are going, and I back everything up. I have the seed phrases, but you have a lot of money on here, and then this thing doesn't work, and you got to buy a new one, back it up, make sure everything works. It makes you anxious. It's not a great feeling when your device doesn't work. So that's why I rank it as number 3. Usability, it's very friendly. If you're new, it's easy to use, but it is not the best in what you should be using. Number 2 is Trezor. This is a very simple, easy to use device. There is no backdoor to this that anyone knows of. And it is just a very cheap, easy to use device. If you're a beginner, this is what I recommend starting off with, a Trezor. It's, $40-50. And another thing, when you're buying these devices, they have, especially with Ledger, they have higher upgrades where, you can get Bluetooth and they charge you extra money. You do not want Bluetooth. You do not want things connecting to your, savings through Wi-Fi. That is how you get hacked. That's how you lose your Bitcoin. You want this thing disconnected. You do not want it plugged in all the time. You don't want to have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, none of that stuff. Number 3 is a Coldcard. This thing looks like a calculator. When I first got into Bitcoin, people were posting these things and I thought they were like calculators. It is a cold storage device. Now, this is one of the best devices because it's never connected to the internet. So how does it work? You have a micro SD card which goes in right here. You pop it out, and then you go to your computer. Hey, I want to send $10,000 to Fred. You make that transaction, save it onto the SD card. You plug that back into the device. You sign the device, and then put it back in your computer, and then you broadcast that transaction. So it's never connected to Bluetooth, never connected to the internet, and you can get an external battery, so it's not even connected to a wall outlet if you're super paranoid. And it's just a very safe device. But it also is complicated to use. Like I said, you got to sign a transaction, bring it back, and then you need to know how to use Wasabi or Electrum, which are the apps where you broadcast from. So it's a lot more work to send transactions, but it is a lot safer. And if you're looking for long-term storage, you're not trying to send transactions all the time, and you just want to put this in safekeeping, use a Coldcard. They also have an option called a passphrase. So what is a passphrase? You have your 24-word seed phrase, and then you can have an extra 2 to 6 words just to access the device. So that just adds extra security, but without complexity. I set this up like 3 years ago. I needed to move some money. I totally forgot how to do it. I had to relearn it, and it took a minute. But this is a very safe device. And now what's another option that combines cold storage and a multi-signature? So I use another option called Casa Bitcoin, which is where it's a multi-signature app where the phone unlocking with your facial recognition is one signature, and then you could connect a Coldcard or Ledger, and then it will send an email to your computer. You connect your device, your Ledger Coldcard, unlock it on there, and then that confirms the second confirmation, and then you can broadcast payments. The only problem is like, hey, if things go really crazy, the app doesn't work, the government comes after it, I don't know how you're gonna get your Bitcoin. They send you these backdoor into your account if that happens. But I'm not a coder. I just wouldn't know the first thing about it. So for me, if money I need to get access to and I don't worry about losing anything, I keep it in a multi-signature Casa. Long-term storage, I use like a Casa. I use a Coldcard. And if I'm going somewhere and I need to have storage, I'll use like a Trezor. So those are like the three main options. I know there's a couple new wallets coming out, but I don't think any of them have really gotten too much traction. They also have some really bad wallets out there where like you need to unlock it on their company website and you don't have direct access to your Bitcoin, and you want your Bitcoin in open source protocols like Coldcard where you don't have to go through some company to access it. And everyone just saw what happened with Bybit. $1.5 billion stolen from a multi-signature exchange wallet, and they still don't know how they did it. Don't keep your money on these exchanges. It's only a matter of time, and they're such big targets. Government hackers are going to go after them. North Korea went after them. No one's going to come after you if you're a small target and you're using one of these. It's just going to be too much effort for them to get it. There's also a lot of SIM card swapping. So people are keeping all this money on these apps, and people will just pretend to be you with a fake driver's license, go to AT&T, get a SIM card for your phone, and steal all your Bitcoin or crypto. And some people are getting hacked. They don't even know how it happened. So just invest. These things are like $100, $200. Just do it and not be able to sleep. Be able to sleep at night. So for more updates on Bitcoin storage, follow me, the Bitcoin Capitalist, and subscribe to this channel.